Let's do dated or dump it.
Dated or dump it, Ian. They've been waiting for this. I don't think we did this company, but we've been talking about it a lot, especially when we talked about cocaine use inside the stock market. So, Palantir, what we doing? Ticker PLTR. Palantir. We dating, we dumping. What we doing?
If I'm looking at a technical standpoint, I would date it. If I'm looking from an ethical standpoint, I would have to dump it. So I know it's a non-answer. I get everyone is super excited about. Shout to Alex, great team, but when you look at some of the underpinnings of the company, I don't like it being an African American male. But from a technical standpoint, since top of 2023 is done incredibly well, so I would date it. But ethically, I would dump it.
We got to dump. All right, we're going into the therapeutics now. This company, Janx. So ticker is JANX. Janx Therapeutics had a sharp uptick. I'm looking at their chart here around February. Shot up from 15 to over almost. It looks like $50.
Yeah, $50. Yeah.
That's a hell of a market run up. What's your thoughts? What we doing? We dating, we dumping. What we doing?
I would keep. I wouldn't date it right now because it's went up so much. I mean, it went from pretty much, like you said, $20 to 50. That's too sharp of a climb for me. It should pull back to about $27. If I can get it under 25, I would take it on a date. Otherwise, I would have to stay away. And that healthcare space, to give context, Lilly, Novo. There's just some players that are ABBV are way better than for me to be taking a chance on a biotech or a therapeutics brand at this time.
All right, let's do one more therapeutics then. Vera Therapeutics, ticker is VERA. Vera Therapeutics, what are we doing? We dating, we dumping?
I'll take it on a date if I can get it at 20. It's went up too much for me. Historically, like the peaks for this company has been $31 and 21. It's at double that. Going back to, you can't build an alpha if you're buying at an all-time high. So even if it falls down to $35, still high outside of that true range for its tops are, I will wait to take it on a date at that price.
Yeah, I feel like this therapeutic sector, when we talked about obviously Lilly and we talked about weight loss drugs, these are the leaders, but it feels like almost how we looked at NVIDIA and then the ecosystem that's being built around it.
Absolutely.
Creators are being built around it. Because if you look at the last two companies and you start to see in 2024, it seems like the same time, February, you see an uptick in
and the same push in price.
And same push in price. So it's like that ecosystem underneath is being built up as well. All right, let's do one more. We're going biotech this time. Sana Biotech, ticker is SANA. I already know what you're gonna do with it, but tell the people date dump. What's gonna happen?
This is a big dump. You only get you left on red how y'all did Vlad. I mean, 2021 it was at $43. It's at $8.96. If you look over the last 10 years, the stock price is down $30. So no go. No picnic, no brunch, no champagne, nothing. I go home.
We gotta give a shout out to Serena Williams. So she has a venture capital fund, Serena Ventures, and it focuses on investing in companies led by women and underrepresented founders, addressing the gap in the venture capital world of funding. And she has invested in over 85 companies. Her company has invested in 85 companies, including healthcare startup HUD and AI platform Partafair. Williams emphasizes diversity with 79% of her portfolio representing these groups. And she so far has made 14 successful investments of unicorn status.
Jesus.
This includes companies like Masterclass, Impossible Foods, and others. So she is well on her way to become a billionaire, if she's not already, to rule the world of venture capital.
Yep.
If you don't know, her husband is extremely wealthy. He is the founder of Reddit.
Yep.
Just went public.
So
Yep.
I'm sure that he has helped in this situation as far as he's obviously very plugged in the Silicon Valley, right? So and we actually know a few people on her team.
And she has a strong team too.
So shout out to her for changing the game and you become the greatest tennis player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, what's next? So now, she's in the world of VC, and we see a lot of people that have done VC successfully, from Nas to people like Ashton Kutcher on the low. Yep. He's done a lot of different things on the low. Jay-Z has Marcy Ventures, his venture capital fund. They've invested in companies. Kevin Durant has a venture capital fund.
Mm-hmm.
I think Steph Curry has a venture capital fund. So, yeah.
Transferable skills, man. Yeah, 14 unicorns.
Yeah, and she's been on the forefront of being upfront and open about the importance of what the work that she's doing, and likes that it will encourage more people, men and women. She's incredible. Yeah, so shout out to Serena.
Yeah, incredible track record. I left Kobe out of it. Kobe was on his way to being, I think, the greatest investor of all time. Serena may take that slot. To get 14 this early, man, give her another 10 years. She should have 30 or 40 under her belt. Incredible.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's talk about Apple before we finish. Should Apple's next product be a line of home robots?
Hell no.
That's something that you think should be in the Apple consortium. And how long do you think Apple takes before they create another groundbreaking product in the technology space?
The home robots, no. I don't like when an innovator goes to copying. So like, I was befuddled when I saw that announcement. So I'll leave that there. Next, groundbreaking, I'm going to give them 2 years. If they don't have something innovative in 2 years, I'm going to start. I know originally when we started in 2020, I gave it 2034. If they don't have something innovative in 2 years, I'm going to move up the death date. Because most stocks run at its peak 30 to 36 years. I don't know if we don't see anything in 2 years. I think we've had peak Apple, and I don't know if it can be another phone. I think Android has surpassed them in a phone just in terms of capability. If a lot of these EU regulations keep passing in there and then transferring over to the States, it's going to be tough. So Tim Cook, please go to the White House. Start talking to Trump if he wins. Start talking to Biden. Talk to Kamala. Get them relationships in order and get them fines off you. I know he has a tough job. Still love the company, but I'm going to give him 2 years for another amazing innovation.
I think that the innovation is here. I think the Vision Pro is that innovation. I think the functionality inside of it is what they should be focusing on. I think that the announcement that they'll make, I know everybody's anticipating, I think June 8th, the use case inside of it, right? Like when I told you about, and I did the demonstration, yes, this is incredible, but there needs to be more. There needs to be more. So like I use it maybe once or twice a week because there's not enough there yet, right? Even the apps that are built for it aren't there yet. The programming that they're going to have for it isn't there yet. I know they did a test with MLS, and that's incredible. Like it looks like you're on the field, but it's not enough yet, right? They need more sports. They need to the point where now I'm sitting and I'm courtside, right? Like imagine if I was watching that national championship game with the girls' national championship game last night, and I'm sitting courtside and I'm watching Caitlin get ripped and I'm watching her hit threes. It's a totally different experience. So I think the innovation inside of that technology, because I can't see the hardware that they would build in the next 2 years. I think this is the product. There just needs to be more inside of it.
And a great acquisition. Even if we talk about the popularity of AirPods and all the revenue that it does, people forget that was Jimmy Iovine's and Dre's tech that they acquired to make that happen.
So your thing has always been to buy Microsoft and Apple stock.
Yep.
So at what point do you do we pivot from this and abandon ship?
If I don't see nothing amazing in 2 years, it'll be in 2 years.
So in 2 years. So until then, all right. So until then, are you still
oh hell yeah
enthusiastic as far as buying?
I'm buying regardless.
You're still buying.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because it's still the number one company on earth. Profit margins are high. Even for like the 2 or 3 flaws they have 15 others that I can rail. The ecosystem, like AirPods alone, does more revenue than Snapchat. One product. I'm cool. Yeah. So I think they need innovation on the phone. The Vision Pro I do like, but a Vision Pro isn't a necessity. A phone is a necessity.
This is true.
And they also need to find someone to subsidize the price, like how they used to do it. Well, you can do it now. You can put $100 down and then make payments on it for 24 months, whatever. They need to find a partner for that, but I just haven't seen anything that was innovative enough. Operations wise, better company under Tim Cook. I always make the argument Tim Cook is a better CEO than Steve Jobs was. Every product, including the iPad and were his creations. I think they just run out of ideas. I think they should have acquired DJI 4 or 5 years ago. Didn't do it. Should have picked up Tesla. Didn't do it. Like, they missed a couple companies where if they would have acquired, even though they didn't need to, I don't think they were thinking about the next 10 to 15 years. But yeah, for the next 2 or 3, I'm still pro app. It's my biggest holding in my portfolio.
That's the beauty of them. Their marketing campaign makes things feel like a necessity. Like, the phone is a necessity, but is the iPad? Not really, but when you realize that, hey, I can use it for this, it's mobile, I can carry it everywhere, it has functionality. Oh, now it becomes like an everyday thing, especially if you had young kids. Like, that was the thing. It was like, hey, we can teach them on the iPad, there's apps that can use it. It became that. Whereas, like, the Vision Pro, it's not that yet. Right? It hasn't got the functionality just yet.
Yeah. And for context too, when you love something, you still have to find the flaw. That's the one thing I love about like LeBron or like Anthony Edwards. They still look at what they're doing wrong and find ways to improve. That's what a great company will do. They've been great at catching some of these flaws before they were too long standing.
Yeah.
Not since 2010 have they had an issue really run this long.
When we talk about, people ask, when should they get, when should they buy, when should they buy? You see, it's consolidating.
Yep.
Consolidation, usually a good time.